What is up? It is me. It is I. I am the greatest there is, the greatest there was, and the greatest there ever will be. I am greatness personified myself. Yes, Stoney, greatness. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Y'all just showing off today. Sit down, shut up. Sit down and shut up. Thank you. Thank you. And I am here with the man of the hour, the myth, the legend, the activist, the author, the entertainer, the educator, the empowerer, the conqueror, the Hall of Famer, the absolute example of absolute black beauty.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
So some respect and bend the knee, because they come from all across the world to see the man who wears the crown that hangs 2 inches from the ground. Oh yeah, he is your king. He is my king. He is King Kevyn. He's here. He's really here.
It is so much fun to play on these games. To do this. No. What's up, everybody? Thank you for that, Stoney. What's up, guys? Thank you for joining us for another episode of the GreatMines show. We are excited to be talking about another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10 Tournament of All Stars. So much has happened in the past 2 episodes that I think is noteworthy. From last week's elimination of Cuckoo by Mistress Isabel Brooks to this episode, which is the Talent Invitational. We have so much to get into, but before we do, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, stay in the comment section, keep the conversation going, and also share this with somebody else so that way they can join in on the conversation. Stoney, take it away.
All right. So we pick up the episode with the queens entering the workroom after the elimination of Cynthia Lee Fontaine. And yeah, so everyone is congratulating, Mistress on, surviving the lip sync and, and doing such a great job and everything and complimenting her look, and how nice she was. And she was just, thank you very much. I'm a wonderful entertainer. The judges know that. I've never lost a lip sync on Drag Race. Thank you. I know I look great. I am I'm a great, wonderful entertainer. Thank you. Like she was just being like, and apparently she was very angry, so she didn't want to say anything that could have
I'm getting bug about your attitude.
Yeah, so yeah, there was that awkward moment. They congratulated Ginger and everything, and Ginger also felt the vibe in the room just being off, and it was terrible. And so didn't she say something to somebody in the at that point too, like that made him like go and get out of drag, or she said
I forget
something?
what she said.
Yeah.
But so here's my thing with Mistress, because people are talking about, well, she knows that she's just putting on for TV. She's got this mindset of, I'm making great TV.
Now, do you want to talk about the next thing before you get into your point?
Yes.
Yes. So
yes,
before he gets there, like, because Mistress, is we know. So
another Mistress episode.
The next day, they are when they were de-dragging, she was just talking about how she really doesn't need this and how she can make money and stuff like that on YouTube playing video games because she has such a massive following, and how this
Which is true.
all, yes, which is very true. But you don't like gloat it in front of other queens who are really trying to make their mark so that they can get to where you're at, on using this platform.
Yeah, no. I'm not a fan of Mistress at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a bad excuse. You're on All Stars. Unless you're Lydia Butthole Collins, who had no time to build their national brand, no, you should be able to do it just off your name. The girls that are in this competition on the semifinals, like, your name should be able to carry you to, if you were to start a YouTube or whatever, a podcast or whatever, your name should already carry you, honestly. Because the only difference
is, but Irene is definitely building hers, so Aja is rebuilding hers. So
no. Wait. So with Irene, I almost want to give her a pass, but she was still an iconic queen, and we knew her name, and we were looking forward to seeing her. With Aja, you're a staple in the community. You're someone that everyone knows. Mainstream ballroom,
right? But it's not like she's making mainstream ballroom money either.
But that's because she made the decision to take a step back. That was her decision. But her name would still carry her if she made the effort. So,
and this is an opportunity, and so
I just say that in contrast to Mistress, to say that, like, she's got some upper hand,
right? But what I'm saying is that yes, and what I'm saying is that that's disrespectful, especially to the queens like Aja, who are really trying to, like, in this case, reestablish herself, because that's what she's on here for, and you're, what I mean, and diminishing, the level of effort and everything else like that she's putting into this very moment.
It's funny to hear you say that, because it just makes me think about the beginning of season 15 when she met Sugar and Spice in person, and she was like, "Don't come and disrespect my livelihood, my career, my passion," because she looked, they weren't taking it seriously enough for her liking. And here we are now in All Stars 10, and I feel like she's not taking it serious the same way that she was critiquing her daughters on. But anyway,
So the next day, they get into the workroom, and everyone does it was like a temperature check in the room to make sure that Mistress was okay, and then she explained how she was not in the best headspace and she didn't want to say anything, but she's feeling very much better and ready to,
very much delusional.
Yeah, she was definitely delusional, and that's the thing. Like, last week she was sitting there basically thinking that she wasn't going to be in the bottom two, and she was clearly in the bottom two last week. And this week she was like still under that impression, and she gave off that air like, I don't understand why I was in the bottom two, but we're just gonna keep going and things. And so then after they did the temperature check with Mistress, Ginger goes and checks with Aja and is like, yeah, I know that last week was a rough week for you and everything, even though you were safe and everything else. Right. It was like, yeah, like, and she was like, yeah, I kind of got in my head, and Aja was explaining her where she was, and Mistress snickered and was like, and then Aja like finished her statement and then was like, well, what's funny, like, and everything, and then she was like, nothing, I can laugh and everything, and like, just finish your story.
Draining. Gosh.
And then Aja goes back to finishing her story, and then Mistress goes and pulls Aja's hair aside and goes, like, in her ear.
Wait, so this is Stoney replicating what Mistress did to Aja towards me, and the way I just felt.
Like you wanted to slap the shit. Yes.
That just annoyed the hell out of me.
Yes. And
he didn't even touch me for real.
And everybody felt it. Everybody felt it. Even the queens in the room, like, it came through the TV, like, oh my gosh, because for one thing, I don't like, I know y'all know
sport. Let's start with that.
Yes, drag is not a contact sport, but I know y'all know. I know our viewers are very community savvy as far as knowing what type of person, a ballroom girl. All right, it's a difference. Not a ballroom girl, a ballroom girl. Okay, like you. There's a you in there. All right, girl. All right, ballroom girl. All right, they don't. I have been to many of a ball that ended because the girls were fighting. Like, like, and girls is a unisex term, honestly. Like it is, because a dude can be a girl, and a trans woman can be a girl, a regular cisgendered woman can be a girl. Like it's a way of life, and y'all know what I mean, and somebody explain it in the comments,
Right.
but to the people who may not know the difference between a girl and a girl. So like Aja is a ballroom girl, and in the ballroom scene, if somebody did that to a girl at a function, which is what we call balls, right? Like it's some shit. Like it's some shit. Like I was fully expecting Aja to knock Mistress Isabel Brooks block off.
Did you watch Roscoe's?
Mm-hmm.
Aja wanted to, but
Yeah.
she's like $200,000,
and
I won't forfeit.
And
so.
She was high.
Well, that too.
And another a firm example of why marijuana should be legalized everywhere, because the world would be a lot chill of a place. Like I guarantee violence would go down. Like so, like
Yeah.
because in that moment, Mistress Isabel Brooks' life was saved by the miracle of cannabis. Like,
but so here's my thing. What I was going to say earlier about Mistress, where people were talking about she's doing it for TV. Aja even said on Roscoe's, like when they cut and they had a moment to themselves, she's like, "Girl, we making good TV." And to her, she may really think that this is just all I'm doing is making good TV. However, she's sucking the air out of the room. You're pulling the fun out of it. Like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, but you're giving me good drama." Yes, it's very much drama. Yes, it's like you on the edge of your seat, like, but don't get no ideas. But it's sucking the air out of the room. It's killing the mood for everybody. It's not fun. Like, and I understand when you're competing and it's competitive, you're like in this like stressful environment already. They're trying to make the best out of what they have, being sequestered, having, to go up against and basically display what you have in front of the world and your sisters and competing in that sense. It's a lot of stress and pressure on you. The last thing you need is somebody that's going to suck the air out of the room for everybody. It's just not good sportsmanship. It's not good sisterhood. It puts the taste. And again, you say it's just for TV, and I can accept it on some level. But there are a lot of people who don't know how to separate what they see on TV and reality. So what you're showing them is that this is who you are, because this is the only way they ever experience you. And you say, "Oh well, it don't matter because I still get the bookings on this and that." But I'm not going to book you at my show, or I'm not going to come to a show that you're at because you're a nasty queen.
Yeah. We think
it could be for TV, but you got to think the whole story. That's your brand now.
We think that's the logic.
I mean,
because
I'm not
said it wasn't his plan.
I mean, be honest with you, I was watching Mistress Mondays, which Roscoe and I would watch from time to time, and the other day with Natalie Nunn. First off, Mistress, you reused that chin, or you tried to recreate the chin, but it had warts. Did you don't watch Mistress Mondays?
I don't. I did see the preview for that and everything, and the look was
chin had warts on it. In other words, you didn't smooth out the makeup for this prosthetic good enough, because it looked like you were a wicked witch more than you were a Natalie Nunn.
What were you trying to say about Natalie Nunn when you're using that prosthetic? Is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, because it's like, if it's exaggerated, it was given a lot more Jay Leno than Natalie Nunn. But it was like, I don't care about the exaggeration of it, because
especially now that she had that face work done.
But
She
it's
had
still.
that chin shaved.
Is that why it looks like that?
You could tell. You could tell she had work done because if you look at her pictures from now and then like from and then like a couple years ago, it's like, oh shit. Yeah, you had work done.
Well, I didn't like I'm not a mean girl. I'm not one of those who likes to sit in drama like that. And that's just me. And I know there's a big audience for it in this generation with the rise of Big O and all of those other platforms where the whole point is to just argue and fuss and debate. And
Love Island, all that shit. I don't know.
I don't even know what Love Island's about because I don't watch it. I don't know. It sounds so old talking like this.
I don't either.
But my point is, it's just not it doesn't put a good taste in your mouth. And as I said, she sucked the air out of the room. I am not going to continue with that. So just as things got really awkward between Aja and Mistress, Ru comes on.
Ooh, girl.
She didn't have hers.
Yeah.
And RuPaul comes on the screen, giving hints and clues about the Maxi Challenge. And then Ru comes walking down.
Yeah. And Ru comes in to do the mini challenge. All right. And it's a classic mini challenge that we all love. Probably the most favorite of all mini challenges.
Yeah. I would say.
Yeah.
It's my second favorite, honestly. My first favorite would be when they have the paddles. Which queen is most likely?
I
actually like that one a lot because it shows a lot and it starts some drama.
Yeah. That one is up there. But I'm talking about the library being open because it is the reader challenge. Yeah, so the pit crew bought out some glasses, and Diabetes was first. Diabetes did all right, I mean, she had a couple, she had like one good one. I can't remember it, but
was it Ginger and Bosco who made a joke about Diabetes' name? Ginger said, your name is Diabetes, should be diarrhea.
Yeah, because your attitude so shitty sometimes your name should have been diarrhea. Yeah.
And then Bosco's
it was
joke.
No, it wasn't Bosco, it was Irene. Irene was like, you chose she was like something about naming your drag name. I'm glad that you it's cool that you chose your drag name from your disease, but why didn't you
chose Diabetes instead of syphilis?
Yeah, and I was like, ha funny.
Yeah,
funny.
No, so Stoney and I just watched the episode, like clips of it before we came on, and like during the read, like there was multiple times I think Stoney and I both like had to laugh. There were some really funny jokes in here.
Yeah,
I will say, as much as Mistress was like not my favorite, I was looking forward to more screen time for her with the reading. Like this is a challenge where you want her to read, and they gave her one joke.
Yeah, what? And I don't even remember what it was. Like, and that's how you know what I mean. Like, like was she that bad to where But Bosco did have the read of the day, in my opinion, when she was like, Georges. We're gonna have to start calling your throat the orphanage. Like, oh my god.
No, Ginger's joke about Georges.
Ginger's joke about Georges was also funny because she said there's only one
you smoke so much weed.
No, Ginger said there's Ginger she said Georges loves smoking weed almost as much as she loves taking dick. And then she was like, yeah, well, you could call her, I guess you could call her a pothole. Like, and I was like, that's cute. That's cute.
Was it Irene that made the joke about Lydia said that after you being with Corey, you're going to be Lydia prolapse colon. No, so there was some really good jokes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, RuPaul says the winner of the mini challenge is
Bosco.
Congratulations, Bosco. This is your second mini challenge win of the season. Actually.
Yes.
So congratulations.
And she also is a back-to-back reading challenge winner because she won the last time she was on her season. She won a reading challenge. So yeah,
Nice.
kudos to Bosco.
And then we get to the main challenge.
Yes, which is the RuPaul Drag Race Talent Invitational.
Sounds so prestige.
Right, for just a lip syncing, display, which is what these talent shows is. Let's stop calling them talent shows. Can we just call them like
Drag shows?
performance? Yes, the RuPaul, all-star drag show. Like just like like or like like call them like performance extravaganza. You know what I mean, or something like that.
Because the talent shows used to be that y'all would have to do something that required something that you don't do as a drag queen already.
Yeah.
There weren't any live singers.
Yeah.
Everyone, I mean, George's dance, but George is always
it was a George's performance
that we get all the time.
Yes. Granted, the song was bumping.
Muggy.
It was very muggy. Like
and we love it.
So
we love
muggy.
It for what it is.
Yeah.
All of the drag performances though were really great.
Yeah. Diabetes song I thought was definitely like I could hear that in the club. Like
I couldn't hear that in front of
like
I could hear that in my room. I can understand what she was saying. It sounded like she was whispering.
Like it had but the beat was just very club beaty and just like I liked it, and I did like her performance. It wasn't the best, but yes, the way she looked was definitely awesome.
I like her interaction and the choreography with the dancers. Mm-hmm. The one thing that got me, and this is just a Kevyn thing,
mm-hmm.
I can't watch those performers who staple and nail themselves. I can't do it. Now, I know that there's an audience for it.
So you don't go to like sideshows or anything like that where they take the nail and
no. Why do I want to see that?
Oh gosh, it's fun.
Like, I remember when I was trying to watch Hostel. No, I'll take it better. When I was watching The Passion of Christ. I am sitting there in that movie theater crying, mostly because the gore was just too much for me. Oh. It was so gory.
Oh, you don't do gore?
No. Oh, and I work at a haunted house.
Yeah, that is like
I don't do gore. I don't like it. And it's different. It's a difference for me to create it versus me to go and watch it.
Yeah, you don't like the Saw movies, huh?
No.
Oh, you poor thing.
No, none of the Saws, the Hostels, the Hills Have Eyes, like all. Ugh. And actually, I've watched almost everything I just mentioned, but it does something to me. That's TV. To go to a drag show and to see that. I remember I went to Bob and Barber's on South Street to a drag show. I had been here multiple times before, and it was this older black queen who hosted, and it was just a great show. Sure, I'm gonna come back. This one particular night, I mean, staples all over the face, the body, the butt, the legs. I'm like. Every time I heard click, the audience, ah! And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, no, not my thing. Diabetes, I enjoyed your entire performance. I do get it. I don't get it. But I get that other people get it. Mm-hmm. And I can accept that for y'all.
Yeah.
So I have no real bad critiques. It's just that that's not my thing.
Yeah. So
I remember I went to this party. Sorry, I have to say this. It's a bit much. It was the Black Party in New York City almost 20 years ago. When Venom was created, I was invited to the Black Party. And when I tell you there was so much going on, a lot of it was like intriguingly hot. But then there was this one thing. There's a kink, there's a fetish where people pierce. And there was somebody hanging by their piercings. It's time to go. I've got to go home. It was already a lot to deal with coming to this for the first time at 21.
Oh, look at that. That's something.
But to see that, it was like, okay, this is a lot for my little. I'm still a church kid at this point, just getting into this world.
You can turn the other way, go to a corner.
I could turn the other way and go home.
No, I'm just going to a different corner where I'm liking the vibe. Yeah.
I wasn't liking the vibes that much.
Oh, see, no.
Yeah,
way more.
It wasn't us.
Okay. Well,
So anyway,
I don't. Yeah, in those environments, I don't have. So, yeah,
but
yeah.
someone else that I want to highlight, not for
Yes.
any good reason though, but I love her so much, Lydia Butthole Collins.
Mm-mm.
I love you, Lydia.
Mm-mm.
I, I I like the idea of your concepts of a plan.
Mm-mm.
The execution of those concepts of a plan,
Mm-mm.
I felt bad for her. What are you doing?
Mm-mm. I'm just bringing it a little bit closer, so that you know. Mm-mm.
So Lydia's thing was she was a egg slash Humpty Dumpty that was doing a bunch of reveals. Now let me just take you back
Mm-mm.
to season 17 when she was the giant puppet that she made out of a pillowcase or whatever she used to stitch it together. It was not a good execution, and we are learning you are a great lip sync artist, but you are not great at these talent shows.
Mm-mm.
You haven't found now the concept of a plan that she had. I get she was thinking outside the box. It was supposed to be this whole costumey thing. You're an egg and you're going breaking out of clothes as if it's burlesque, and but like every tearaway was difficult, difficult for her to accomplish and difficult for us to watch. And then like I'm sorry, but you would be the Irene of this episode, in my opinion.
Now, see, I would
And
say
Irene
that was
wasn't the Irene of this episode.
no. Irene was a solid, safe performance.
Yes.
But I would have to say that the Irene of the episode for me, honestly, would have to have been Mistress Isabel Brooks. I did not. I thought it was cute, but I didn't think that it was an appropriate performance for the talent show. Then it didn't. There were she tried to hit too many beats and not tell it. Like it's one thing where you can do something, right, and tell a story throughout it, even if it's an unhinged story, a la like Willow Pill, where she was making spaghetti in the damn tub and then threw a toaster in there, and then it's like what. But like there was a through line there. You know what I mean?
Was
as far
there?
as the yes,
I
as
never
far
got
as
like
the
Willow
making the
Pills.
spaghetti and everything, and the spaghetti was the through line because it made it from the beginning of the performance through the end of the performance. Like it took it through. But like no, only thing is that it was a commercial for Ruzempic, and you.
Let me challenge everybody.
Mm-mm.
So we started by saying we were kind of like looking for more than just a lip sync. All the queens are getting up here lip syncing. Of course, George's dance. Lydia did this caricature of an egg burlesque down to the yoke, thoughtful. Everyone else had some element of them lip syncing and dancing.
I'm not.
Mistress lip synced, however, it was a commercial versus a song. She was actually the one that stepped outside the box almost the most for me. I think what Aja did took the cake, in my opinion. I loved Aja's performance. I didn't like the look of like her outfit during it, but I like what she did a lot. But like what Mistress did, she looked good. So she did this thing where she opened up with a body cutout of Michelle Visage, and then she transferred to a body cutout of T.S. Madison. And to me, I didn't.
And
get
they were meant to be the before testimonials of, and then the after is supposed to be look how good I look,
But in my opinion, the way she depicted T.S. Madison when she stepped from behind the board, I saw the same frame.
Right, and
so
like I said, there wasn't any rhyme or reason.
You're right. So the more I dissect it, the more it makes sense. But
outside of Ozempic being a play on Ozempic,
I'm just going to give her credit for doing something almost
I'm not
different.
And I'm not taking any credit from her doing something different. It was the execution. You know what I mean? The execution was just not there enough to make it something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like same deal with Lydia Butthole Collins for you. The execution, wasn't there to make it something.
And it muddied the story.
Yeah, right. And it was like it gave a air of what the fuck, like with Mistress, like, and so yeah, like
I get that. I still give her that little bit of credit because she's going to need it.
No, I agree. And now as far as the standouts, like
Can I talk about Aja first?
Yes, you can go ahead and talk about Aja. I also enjoyed Aja's performance. I thought that it was very unique and everything. There were some moments where it was like, okay, I don't know what you're doing as far as lip syncing, but you know, that's nitpicky.
Very true.
That's nitpicky.
Well,
so,
no,
but,
I mean, if you're going to choose to lip sync as a talent, then maybe you should lip sync.
Right. So yeah.
But no, so she did something that was cultural. She started off biting off the chicken head and all that stuff. The idea of her dress, I didn't like the way it fit on her, and I get like she's not necessarily going for the most femme sense
yeah, it
body.
was a traditional Santa Maria type of, you know,
but this is still drag. You can represent your culture, your religious beliefs or whatever. It is drag. And it doesn't even have to be over sexualized because you are honoring a religious belief of yours. It still could have been better fitted. I'm sorry. Then there was the tearaway. And I mean, according to Stoney, that's why she looked so frumpy in the first one. But the look itself, like the outfit, no, I liked her hair and makeup. And her performance, I loved outside of the moments where she would stop lip syncing. She was voguing and lip syncing with a machete in her hand, swinging it like it was some nunchucks or something like that. That was impressive. That was very impressive. And we learned that, of course, the machete was dull, but that's still a piece of iron or steel, whatever they used to make it, that could still do some damage if it hit you in the face. So, Aja, I'm glad you say, girl. Yeah. Glad you ain't hurt yourself or nobody else.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed every bit of that performance, minus the outfit and the moments you forgot to lip sync.
Right. Yeah. So, me standout to me was Bosco. I thought Bosco's number was absolutely amazing. I thought it was clever. I thought it was tongue in cheek. I thought it hit all the notes for me. She looked absolutely gorgeous. She threw in some chairography just to, you know, make sure that she was somewhat talented in addition to her being pretty.
And that was the premise of her performance.
Yes.
I don't have to be talented because I'm pretty.
Yes. Oh God!
I happen to have talent, intelligence, and good looks.
Talent. He has talent. We talk about the talent in the introduction.
I got a tickle. Talent, intelligence, good looks.
Big old tickle.
Anyway, no, Bosco won. She looked amazing. Her performance was great. Well, we know she's going to look amazing, but her performance was great because even her not having talent was her displaying talent with the singing. Okay, the singing was a little flat, but you know, it was a good song. The lyrics were funny. She gave a great performance. She was talking about how natural she is, and the voiceover was like
her genetics.
Yeah,
the guy was like genetics. Shut up.
Like, I love those types of moments. It makes me think of Take Me Back. Yeah, Saphira, Nymphia, Plain Jane, and there wasn't that season. Then we had Sasha. No, all right. When it comes to me, I'll let y'all know because there was a queen. No, it was season 17. That's why I can't remember who it was. Was it Susie 2 or was it Jewel Sparkles? The way Jewel Sparkles' performance was, and she was like interacting with, she was being ditzy. Like, even though that wasn't the whole of Bosco's performance, that I love those interactions with the dancers and like breaking character to like correct something. Like, I enjoy stuff like that. It's like you're not taking yourself too serious.
Right.
So Bosco, great performance.
Yes. I also love Gingers.
I was just about to mention Ginger Minge.
Ginger Minge like took us to Broadway and gave us a show. Told us a story, had highs and lows. Like, it was a solid solid like variety show number. Like it was a variety show number, and wow, thank you, Ginger, for that. That was amazing.
All right. And I'm going to be the person to be like, oh, it was okay. It was okay.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, she's not going to lose any points for her performance.
No.
I don't think that it made her stand out enough in this competition.
And then, so yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, yeah, like Irene was the same performance, you know. Like,
all right,
that was pretty much it.
Irene was funny as hell.
It was,
and like she made fun of herself with the water, and that I think that's what she was trying to show people that she could do with the water gag that didn't work. But this one, she was able to reinvent the gag. She was doing several different things. She said that she's going to be a ventriloquist with a glass of water, and of course, it's a pre-recorded track, so she's drinking her water. But it's like the gag of it all was funny, and then she went over to the other side of the stage where there was an easel and a canvas turned away from the cameras and the judges, so you didn't see what was on it. She acted like she was painting, turned around. There was a picture of a glass of water with a crown over top of it, paying homage to what sent her home. Then show you that she's a fierce queen at the same time.
Yeah,
enjoyed you, Irene.
Yes, did definitely. It was good. But yeah, so then we had the runway after that, and the runway was what? Something foiled?
Yes.
Something foiled?
Something was foiled. You were foiled, or something like that.
Yeah. So silvery, you know, metallic, reflective type of runway. Yeah. Who stood out for let's talk about the boots first. Who was a boot for you?
If I'm being 100% honest, personally, there were no boots. I think there were better executions, but it's hard to say that I think this person did worse than that person. I mean, I think people are critiquing Mistress the most for her look. Her look was actually very fierce. I get it. Like, she had a lot of chains on her look. She did that. I love the red mohawk with the headpiece. She looked like a warrior that was an alien.
Yeah, like
from some metallic
like it
space.
was.
Like,
yeah, and then I like the way that the horns would come off the shoulders and stuff. Like, it was very much
the bodysuit she had on was very. It looked 3D printed. Like, it was like amazing.
A demon warrior princess type of thing.
The critique that she got, because she had a lot of chains hanging around, and I get it. She kind of got lost in the shape with that a little bit. But like, the more I looked at it, the more I got it. Honestly, I think George's outfit was kind of weak. It's a George's look. She looked good, but she didn't stand out in the crowd,
right?
With all these other queens.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I love Diabetes look. Ginger Minge.
Diabetes was okay.
Oh, Ginger Minge. So praise her all you want, and this is not me even like knocking her. I feel like she had like this hooded thing that kind of like stood on its own. So it looked great.
Yeah.
Her hair fit perfectly with the look.
Reminds me of a thing that Bette Midler wore, I think, to like a Met Gala a long time ago.
Yes.
And then because she had that short, you know, kind of pixie cut with the swoops and everything, kind of like Ginger had.
Yes.
It was very much a Bette Midler, you know, homage type of look and stuff like that. Go look it up. You'll see what the look I'm talking about is. But yeah.
So she had like the silver pieces, but it revealed a bodysuit under that was kind of like showing a sparkly outline of ribs or whatever.
Like a skeleton type of look.
And then the bottom half of the outfit, she had the skirt to match with the upper piece, like same fabric, cute skirt. But then it was like off the hip a little bit, and that lost me. It didn't look like it belonged. It looked like she was just losing her clothes.
Yeah, I think that had she padded a little bit more and over, like, had a real accentuated smaller waist, and that was like sitting.
And if it was off the hip, like legit off the hip, she had like it slanted hanging down. Like, again, to me it looked like she was losing her clothes. She couldn't keep them up on her waist. opposed to this is me trying to show y'all that I can be sexy too.
Yeah. I can get it. I did think that she looked absolutely beautiful, and everything. It was a pretty look, but yeah, I would agree that it wasn't a strong one way look. Looking at, the standouts, and everything as far as the runway goes.
Can we start with Irene?
Yeah, we can start with Irene.
Yes, I want to start with Irene because she comes out with this other warrior type look.
Yeah, Valkyrie inspired.
Yes, very Valkyrie. Yes, headpiece, body armor, sword in hand, and these wings.
Yeah,
I love Irene.
Yeah,
Irene looked so majestic. We've seen wings done mechanically. We've seen wings that just stood there. We've seen pixie wings.
See, I'm a little spoiled because those wings look very familiar. See, I watch wrestling, and right now there is a female wrestler by the name of Lyra Valkyria who wears wings to the ring, and it's like part of her song. It'd be like dun 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 woo dun 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 woo dun 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 woo, and she just throws her wings up, and they're very much like that, like how Irene wore, and I love them. So I've seen them before, but I love them.
But
I love them.
That's a testament to Irene in the sense that she introduced that to Drag Race. Because I've never seen wings done that way. Now, the concept of that, because what Susie 2 did during the finale, where she was the Audrey 2 or Audrey 3, where she had her hands like this, and then her real hands were like puppets, like snapping flies or whatever. I mean, they're not being
like being the Audrey,
but the Audrey 2 snapping as puppets. That was genius. It was well executed. The hands looked a little weird on Susie 2, but they also look very weird on Irene.
Well, for one thing, I could say that the size proportion
that's what it
on
is.
Susie 2 was better.
It was better.
It was just the fact that they looked like mannequin hands because the shading on and the shininess of the hands, kind of threw it off. With Irene, she had gloves on and then was holding a sword, but the scale with Irene's arms were a bit off, and apparently they cast her arms, but it looks like they either the mold either messed up and then they ended up using some baby doll arms, or
that's what it looks like.
Or
but a bad thing, or not so bad thing actually, is I didn't recognize it at first until somebody pointed it out. Like, it's not that you don't notice it, but it's like something's off. Can't put my finger. Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I noticed it when she came out. I was like, those arms look very T-Rexy, like because she's holding this big old sword, and it's like.
But what I will say is the hair, the makeup, the outfit, and the wings distracted enough to where the arms didn't distract you from the look.
Right, and the look was great. That's what I'm saying. Right. The look was great to where it was like the arms weren't a glaring thing. It was just oh, look at that. What? But look at that. Like, one of those type of things.
Yeah, it's like. This is so great that we can excuse the arms.
Now,
for me, before you get to that, I just wanted to make sure that we highlighted Irene because I think her look was one of the most elevated looks in this runway.
It was.
I know that you have a favorite, and I'm not going to say that it's my favorite, but I really liked what she gave us. But I just wanted to make sure we put, as far as our ranking is concerned, on this runway, my favorite really was Irene.
Okay, no, and I get that. Yes, who was on the pit stop with Safira Cristal, our Philly queen?
Yes.
Also thought that Irene's was like one of the best ones and was the best one of the runway.
Yeah.
I see a case, and I certainly tip a hat to Irene with that look, but we gotta talk. We gotta talk, and we gotta give we gotta let it breathe like it's a fine wine, because whoa, my God, when I tell you that Bosco, just Bosco, what the
I told Stoney this. I was looking at the outfit, trying to find something to critique. I actually found it.
What?
You mentioned it when we was just reviewing it. So there's an illusion, or not even an illusion, but the thing she has in the back where it's like a cinch corset. And honestly, when I say I'm looking for something to critique, too country. Too
Are you gonna say the color of the string?
Not at all.
Oh,
it just looked like it wasn't cinched all the way.
Well, probably not because she's all cinched underneath there.
Which, if you wanted to acknowledge her cinching in this, her waist looks so
19 inches. 19 inches like that is now it's not Violet Chachki like 12 inch
since Violet Chachki, who have we seen do this like this?
But right,
and do it so well. The execution of this garment, whether Bosco did it herself or had it commissioned, kudos.
Oh my gosh, it was very
the overcoats and the lining on the inside. When you have queens who put that much attention to detail to their look, their performance, and presentation, if you're not doing that, don't do it at all.
Mm-hmm. Now,
not on that stage, not with that queen around.
Drag queens, the quickest way to Stoney's heart, right, is to go and give me like a 1960s type of or like Marilyn Monroe type of, like silhouette and statuesque type of vibe and stuff like that. Like she had the girls boosted up. They were nice and accentuated by the dress. She had the like it went down and you saw the corsetry and everything, and then down at the waist and stuff like that, she had like these arches that were built in, and they not only like it didn't take away from the shape, it added to the shape and made her look even more like hourglassy, like torpedo body, like just
it almost also gives, and it's hard to even say
it was very spacey, like
it was spacey,
it was retro futuristic,
like metallic reflective, like if a banana silver and shiny, the way,
and then the train was very like it peeled off like a banana peel, like the
that's
way
what makes me think of that
was
part. We have to get a picture somewhere and post it. I'm going to share. I'm going to find it on Instagram and share it on my Instagram.
Yes,
because I need you guys to be able to reference
absolutely
this look,
gorgeous.
Because I've never seen anything like it.
Hair was nice and full and big enough to play off the shapes and balance out all the shapes of the dress, and like drag, like that is drag excellence. What Bosco put on that stage, to me, like it was drag excellence.
I couldn't think of anywhere but TV or a Met Gala where you would wear that. I would not perform in that in a club. That was too beautiful. Like she red carpets only.
I can see Bosco do it, like tearing the house down in that, and like lip syncing to like those old school, like or like hey Mr. President, happy
actually I would love to hear her do some like scatting with jazz and stuff. Like something like that.
Some like with the long old school microphone, like doing one of those old school park and bark, type of thing.
In that one challenge where she was singing in that style,
I could see her performing like that. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah. Kudos to Bosco on that.
Yes, like doing it. What's the song that's on the TikTok? Like the pretty little baby, the bluebird, and that's all she gotta do is just stand there and just be cute and ditzy with her big old black hair. Pretty little baby, like that would have been perfect. Like for that dress, perfect lip sync. Like yes, like like Bosco. God damn it. Yes, thank you. Woo! I need a cigarette from Bosco every fucking time. Like, wow.
Calm down.
Bosco, that gives me the Blanche Devereaux vapors. Like, wow. Like,
I'm frowning my face, but it's not a bad thing. I get it, but like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, RuPaul decides, and the winner is
Bosco! All is right.
Congratulations, Bosco.
Yes,
but
I agree.
This is not the old tournament rules. This is the semifinals rules. Which
so she gets $10,000.
She gets $10,000 for the win, but there's going to be two people to be lip syncing for their life.
Mm-hmm. But let's talk about the Safe Queens before we talk about those.
Okay.
So Bosco automatically goes, all right, by virtue of being in the top 3 performers. Ginger Minge is going to the finals, and Georges is also going to the finals. Then we have the Safe Queens, all right, who made it to the finals as well. That was Diabetti, Aja, and Irene the Alien. All right. So that leaves just Lydia Butthole Collins and Mistress Isabel Brooks in the bottom two this week, and they will be lip syncing for their lives for that very last spot in the finals.
And you agree with this bottom selection?
I do.
Honestly, I have to agree. I have to agree with this one. And ironic, because I feel like this is one of those situations, because Lydia literally just came off a season where she had to lip sync against her boyfriend, Corey Kyng, and sent Corey Kyng home. Mistress is not known for having to lip sync, first off. She's great at it, but like to end up in the bottom again.
She was just like, excuse me, I've never lost a lip sync on RuPaul's Drag Race.
She ended up in the bottom a second time. This time against her drag daughter.
Yes, her drag daughter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So she did. What was the name of the song? It was Charlie.
And then I do also believe that Mistress sent home Sugar on her season.
I mean,
or no, Spice. She sent home Spice.
Well, her record stands so far that she's not lost a lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, we are where we are now.
So it's always some familial, and especially with Lydia, it's always some,
So yeah, that whole triangle there with like Spice and Mistress and Lydia
mm-hmm.
and Corey.
Mm-hmm.
I think production knows what they're doing.
And then Spice sending home Sugar, like,
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. The production be producting. So yeah, all that. So we have Lydia Butthole Collins lip syncing for their lives against Mistress Isabel Brooks. They lip synced to a song with Charlie XCX and I forgot who else
Billie
it was.
Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Yeah, look up that song. Let us know in the comments what it's called. It sounded like it was a banger, and stuff like that.
This is going to end up being us serious drag journalists, just old men. So things that we don't know about drag, y'all just fill us in.
Yeah, fill us in the comments, please. Let us know what this song is called, what it's about, and everything. It's nice. It's a nice song. I thought that. I thought that Lydia won, basically. That was my opinion.
So I will say there were moments where I think Mistress was actually putting up a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And moments when she wasn't trying, it felt like. I think it came to the point where she realized, like, no, Lydia's actually doing her thing up there. Let me act like I can do something. Because it's one thing to lose a lip sync, but to just throw it away when you just talk about how you don't lose. One way or another, RuPaul said, so I made my decision. Lydia Butthole Collins, Shantae, you stay. So, do you remember in season 15 how week after week we were like, why is Selena still here? And then when she got eliminated, it was like, okay, everything's right with the world. That's so horrible. But that's how I felt with Mistress.
Yes. Yeah, I was very much pleased with the outcome, not taking anything away from Mistress, but putting on my serious drag journalist and my, you know what I mean? Yes. And Georges, yes, I'm a gay boy and you don't have to take my advice about drag, but
how about that?
We love you, Georges, but if I had to say so, based off of the quality of drag that I saw from Mistress Isabel Brooks this season compared to her original season, competing against Sasha Colby and Lux Noir London and Anitra and stuff like that in the finals of that season, the quality, and throughout that season, the quality of her drag has went down.
Yes.
It was not at all on the level that she was previously. I cannot say that I have seen an all-star regress like
Yeah.
like what was her name? Serena Chacha. She didn't regress. Like and she
Yeah, she
didn't
didn't. She didn't put
but
in
she
the
didn't do
effort.
well. Like she didn't do well when they brought her back for All Stars either.
But
Like,
I mean, so look, we have Phoenix. We had Nicole Page Brooks. They didn't regress.
India Farah.
Yeah, like there was no regression here.
Mm-mm.
And so it makes me feel like, did you just come to
Alyssa Hunter?
No, she definitely got better.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just feel like with Mistress, what was the point? Because you talk about if there's an opportunity to get back on a platform and make an impact, and you didn't do that. You didn't help America.
Mm-mm.
You didn't offer the children any hope. You came in, you made people know that your shit stinks, and you got eliminated. You didn't make any moments in drag.
You made TV moments.
Yeah, but you made no drag moments this
right
season.
Compared to the moments that you made in your last season.
And sort of what you just said to said about Roscoe's with what Georgia said, there was something that Naisha said, and this was more along the lines. It started off with the whole Ginger hate when everyone was hating that Ginger was just getting all these wins or whatever. Like, don't hate Ginger. She's a good drag artist. She does a great job. She understands the show. Naisha also kind of like said, like, the whole thing with Mistress, when a person keeps getting like negative comments and feedback, sometimes it does like hit hard. I feel again that when you put a certain image out there, when you put out negativity, you get negativity.
Mm-hmm.
Negativity is going to find you regardless of what you put out there. But when you specifically put it out there, that's the brand that you have, that's the audience that you have. That's what's going to come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say don't talk bad about Mistress when that's what she does. How can I defend that? I'm not saying attack her, and physically or verbally. I'm not encouraging that.
No, we are just expressing our professional drag opinions
and making observations of your actions on TV and how we feel like it affects your brand.
Right.
It's your brand at the end of the day. You're making your money. Girlfriend, do what you do.
Play your video games.
But guess what? We're doing our job by talking about you.
Yes.
Like, your job is to do what you do. Our job is to talk about it.
Yes, because we're serious drag journalists here.
So, so it's like, I get it, but
we have been doing this for years. Check the tapes.
Right. And all right, let me address you, Miss Georges, because we love you over here, and we will never have a reason to hate you. But let's just clarify something for Georges, Naisha, or any other drag queen on Drag Race or not that has an opinion about us or anybody else critiquing drag. We reserve the right to critique something that we love so passionately.
Yes.
We reserve the right to critique something that we may not be drag artists ourselves, but our combined experience with drag queens, and this is going to sound stupid, I don't care, qualifies us to critique you. And why do I have to be a drag queen to say your makeup looks funny, or to say that was a dope ass performance, or to say tonight was not your night? I don't have to be. I have eyes. Who you should be upset with is production, who creates these narratives that gives us these emotions as viewers, because we're doing our job as viewers, as serious drag journalists, as podcasters, YouTube influencers, whatever you want to call us. We're doing our job. We're doing our due diligence because we love it. No, Georges, outside of that, or anybody for that matter. No, specifically Georges. You're gorgeous. We love you. We secretly want to chill with you. Maybe it's not so much a secret, but yeah, overall, we reserve the right to give you our opinions.
Yes.
And we also acknowledge that these are our opinions. These are not necessarily facts. We are going to keep doing it for as long as Drag Race is around, and we're around.
She said, "What Georges was like on that one talent show where she was like gapey." She said, "Gapey." I can't help.
That's like somebody said trying to critique porn.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
and that's the other thing. We do acknowledge that you guys are artists. Like you all have a
Mm-hmm.
brand, you have a aesthetic about you. What George's does, Ginger Minge won't do. What Ginger does, Mistress won't do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we love watching the show, because we get such a variety of queen. Just give me some bearded queens, please.
Yeah. So, needless to say, Mistress Isabel Brooks sashayed away.
Yay.
Or does she? Because you
Listen,
wanted a twist.
listen.
Like,
I'm telling you, if I watched this episode and I get the result I don't want, which I already don't want either the options.
it doesn't matter what we want. It matters what production wants.
But what I'm saying is, if I start to watch the show and I see the one that I want least out of the two that I don't want, yes, there were only 2 names pulled from 3 judges.
Yes.
One who wasn't even there.
Yes. But he judged in all 3 brackets, so that qualifies him. So if you judged an episode in all 3 brackets, you are qualified.
You're not even there to know who was eliminated. All right, Ross Matthews picked Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know that she was eliminated? Overproduced. It would make more sense, because we know these are all produced, if Michelle picked Mistress Isabel Brooks and he had picked Carrie Colby.
Mm-hmm.
That would have made way more sense. Carrie Colby was the other person that was picked. So Ross Matthews,
by Michelle Visage and T.S. Madison
picked Carrie Colby, and Ross Matthews picked Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense if Ross and T.S. picked Carrie Colby and Michelle picked
Mistress. Or maybe a Denali.
Well, okay, if we were being honest, yes, I would not pick either of those 2. I would have picked Denali. I would have picked Acid Betty.
I would have picked Tina Burner. Yeah.
Those are the people I would have picked.
Nicole Page Brooks, just because. I did. She is my favorite chaos demon. Like, yes, bring her back.
I'll give you that. Okay, yes. But no. 2 for Carrie, that should not even been allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I think one should have been for, even if one should have been for Carrie and then another one should have been for somebody else.
Yeah.
So that way there is some sort of intrigue, because right now all that we know is that it's either going to be Carrie or Mistress, and odds are is that it's going to be Mistress. So,
and that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has 1 out of 3, and Carrie has 2 out of 3 chance of winning, but we know it's going to be Mistress.
Yeah.
Now, Lou, pull a fast one on us. Make us think that we got y'all figured out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then bring Carrie back.
And then bring Carrie back, and then Carrie, slays.
I mean, I'm sorry. The drag gods, it's random.
Yeah. Who happen to be producers at Wow.
Right.
Yeah. So the drag gods.
I would love nothing more than for them to pull a fast one. Oh, we forgot Denali was supposed to come back. Whatever. We know that's not happening. It sucks. But we look forward to next episode, where we will have our lip sync SmackDown for the crown. And someone, Mistress, is coming back to rejoin the competition one last time.
Yes.
We will crown a winner?
A winner, yes. We will crown our newest member of the Drag Race Hall of Fame and win $200,000. In
the off chance that it's not Ginger Minge, who do you think might win?
Look, it's a lip sync. It's a lip sync SmackDown for the crown. It is not
anybody's game.
But that is not Ginger's game either.
All right, but we also know the politics of Drag Race.
Right, we know the politics of Drag Race.
The person who's won 4 consecutive wins is going to get sent home on a drag. You think
depends on who she's lip syncing against. It could be Ginger versus Georgia in the very first round,
and they'll give Ginger the song that she wants.
If
it's a Ginger and Georgia's lip sync and Ginger picks the song, she's going to win. She's going to win. There's no choice.
If Ginger picks the song, but what if Georgia's is the one that picks the song? Like,
heaven only knows Who
And
knows?
then you do you think that Aja is Aja's gonna lose to
Ginger?
yeah.
Yes.
I could see that. I could see
Yes.
the situation
And
where it
I'm not
could
saying,
happen.
and that's not
But
any
I also
slack
could see
to
a situation
Aja.
where Aja could beat Ginger. Like there, I think as far as Ginger goes, like
Is Lydia going to beat Ginger? No.
no,
Is Basu going to beat Ginger? Not likely.
not likely. But
Irene might give her a run for her money, and Diabetes might give her a run for her money.
I don't think
But they're not going to
Diabetes.
beat her.
No, Diabetes beat Ginger once. So and so no, I think that Bosco has a shot because Bosco is a very good lip sync queen. Lydia is a lip sync assassin. Like let's be real.
Yeah.
She has lip synced in every month this year. Thanks, Stat Boy, for the stat. Shout out to the Stat Boy with his stat while he's away. But yeah, every month this year, Lydia Butthole Collins has lip synced in every single month from January all the way up through July.
Yeah.
So she is truly she is one of the most prolific lip sync assassins in the history of
Drag Race,
RuPaul's Drag Race. So you can't count Lydia out when it comes to a lip sync Lollapalooza. Like,
So
you really can't unless Susie Toots in there. But
all right, so we just went down a list of people who
Mhm.
we think could or couldn't be Ginger, but for real, you think it's Ginger's game, or you think somebody else might have it?
I think that Ginger is definitely in the driver's seat, but I also recognize the fact that certain songs aren't going to be good for Ginger, and production is going to production, because if they want to establish a narrative like, oh, you never know, like this could be the season where they're like, you never know, and then give it to Georges or give it to Aja, out of nowhere.
I anticipate that Ginger Minj is going to lip sync at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, it's like you got to really have something good.
And Carrie Colby's a sympathetic figure. Like,
so I have an issue with anybody coming back and winning.
And me personally, that might be the reason why they smooth shit over, is because, heck, Carrie might be the one that came back. And so it's like, I came back and, I did well in there at the end. So I'm not really angry at you anymore, and stuff like that. So yeah, who knows?
All right. So I look forward to it. I don't think that anyone else has it but Ginger. And it's just me thinking statistically. I think that Ginger just has it. This has been her season to win. And surprise me.
They might. I'll tell you the rumor that I heard off air. But yeah. So well, let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to win the crown and win a spot in the RuPaul's Drag Race Hall of Fame and become our newest All-Star Queen, our newest winner?
Who do you guys think it is? In the comments.
In the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody to come watch the show. All right. And yeah, that's about it. I don't really have anything.
You know you got something to tell the people.
I do. Thank y'all for coming. God bless you and good night.